The following segments are pre-recorded and sponsored by Longworth Productions.
Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. Going to the symphony on Triad Today. Hello everyone, I'm Jim Longworth and welcome to another edition of Triad Today, coming to you once again from the Kernersville Auto Museum. Check it out, it's free on the weekends. We'll tell you more about that later on. Later on when the roundtable shows up, we'll get into all sorts of controversial topics with them. But where we want to start is with a good friend of the show. She's been here before, but not often enough. The very lovely and talented Michelle Merrill started off, I think, ringing bells as a child, and now she's a ringing success as a music director and conductor of the Winston-Salem Symphony. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jim.
Remind us very briefly what the mission is of the symphony.
Well, really, we want to make everybody exposed to music and to experience music in their own way and in a new way, because for me, of course, this is my life's passion, and I think that so much can be learned, so much can be felt through music. And in this day and age where everything's so busy and bustling, it's so nice to be able to all come together as a collective unit and experience one thing that is without digital exercises,
see it live,
but all oral, acoustic. It's so wonderful to have just that wave. And we on stage also react to the audience, and we love the energy that you all give us.
Sure. Now, but here's the thing. I've actually heard people say that they're a little reticent to go to any kind of symphony orchestra performance. Because, well, you know, what do I wear? What's the dress code? Is there a certain time you're supposed to stand up? Do you applaud? When do you know not to applaud? When there's, you know, how do you get over that kind of thing? What do you say?
Yeah, that's always something. I hate that for newcomers, because I want to say, oh, you'll feel it in the moment. And come as you are. If you want to get dressed up and go out for a night on the town, fantastic. If you want to come just, you know, straight out of working in your garden, come on. We want you to hear the music. We want you to be there. And again, all of us together, because the symphony is for everyone.
Come out of the yard.
Exactly.
I mean, take a shower, though.
Maybe, yeah.
Take a shower before you. You're the mom of two boys.
I am.
So let's tie that into why you're so passionate about having youth access to the symphony and to music.
And that's a huge mission on the Winston-Salem Symphony's education side, is giving access to students through our play music program, through our family concerts, one of which we just had this past weekend, is because I do have two young boys. I want them to be able to go, and there might be families that want to go to a concert but don't feel appropriate taking their child, or the kids need to get to bed. And by having these concerts that they can go to, it's really wonderful way for the whole family to do something together, again, experience something together, and just expose our children. The Tom and Jerry cartoons don't really exist anymore with the classics. We do have Bluey. There are some classical themes through that, and I think that's what's so wonderful, is we're getting this new generation of music listeners.
Well, I will give a quick plug. I want to mention a couple quick concerts. Now, if you're watching Saturday morning, you probably still have time to get tickets and go to see Defying Gravity, which is a program. You're out of luck if you're watching this on Sunday, but you're not out of luck for a couple things coming up. Copeland's Fanfare, Saturday, Sunday, May 30th and 31st. All these things are at Reynolds Auditorium, my old stomping grounds. Tell me something very quickly about Copeland's Fanfare.
Copeland's Fanfare. So this is kind of our ode to America turning 250. All the music on that program is going to be by American composers. The middle piece actually features our chorus and is by a local composer in Winston-Salem, Dan Locklear, and it's based off a Maya Angelou poem, Since Dawn. And so we're going to have Jackie Shelton Green, who is a former NC Poet Laureate, is going to be coming and joining us, doing the narration. That's going to be actually a really special piece. And then Copeland's Third Symphony actually has the famous fanfare for the common man, and it just rings through you. Copeland's music is so uplifting, and then we start the concert actually with a really fun piece called How to Relax with Origami.
Wow.
And so it's a lot of different little vignettes that are really fun and quirky. Cool. And
Well, I don't want to not mention something that's before that, May 11th, the spring finale, and that's really good for youth too, right?
Oh yes, that's our youth orchestra's big spring concert, free at Reynolds Auditorium. We encourage everyone to come, and that's a great way, again, to just get the whole family out and see what our youngest students are doing, all the way up to the ones that have been in the program for a long time.
Okay, so I'll mention one more time. Spring finale is on Monday, May 11th. Maybe we can get that on screen. And Copeland's Fanfare May 30th and 31st. The new season starts up. We have about 10 seconds left. Mention one thing about the new season.
Oh, there is something for everyone. Check it out. I know you're going to love it.
All right, and I even have a brochure here, but you can't see this on camera, but I'll hold it in front of my face. No, you can go to the website, which, by the way, go to wssymphony.org, wssymphony.org. Lots of portals and things you can find out information, including what's going to happen with the new season. As always, I am a big fan of yours. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back after this.
I am so
Why can no one help me?
Waiting is work. I think it's
Healthcare is broken.
At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, we get it.
Really?
Really. That's why we're making healthcare better for all. Starting with you. Yes, you, Daryl. We're making plans easier to navigate by putting your benefits, prescriptions, and details all in one place. Convinced?
No. But it's a start.
We'll take it. Blue Cross North Carolina. Making healthcare better for all. Starting with you.
The world's brightest are Fulbrights, Goldwaters, McNairs, and Spartans. Prestigious doesn't have to be expensive.
And we know you will make a difference wherever you go.
UNCG. Find your way here.
Back now on Triad Today. Always glad we can spend a few minutes with the good folks at Alamance Community College. They do so many things out there for so many people, and we have a great guest with us. First-time visitor to the show, Sarah Barham's here, Director of Marketing for the Office of Communications and Public Affairs at Alamance Community College. Welcome, young lady.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
And you like this place, don't you?
I love this place.
Yeah, she's already asked for some of the cars, but we're not letting her take them. Sarah, there's something you sent me an email about that I don't understand. It's about CRM systems management. And that's a little over my head. What is that?
So a CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management.
Okay.
Yes, and that is what we have implemented now at Alamance Community College.
All right, so then that makes sense. Now, how does that relate? How does that connect in to what you guys are doing for not just students, but prospective students that may want to come? How does it tie in?
Yeah, so the CRM is a really powerful tool. So what it allows us to do that we have not been able to do before is to create key touch points with our students so that we can give them personalized messages.
Okay, but again, if somebody's thinking about coming, why is this an important function? Why is this an important system to say, well, I'm thinking about going to Alamance Community College, and once I get there, now how does that sort of help you stay engaged with them?
So what we have right now is we have this system set up with one of our recruiters so that when she is out in the field in the community, she's now getting the prospective students' information. So that helps us so we can circle back with them. We can speak with them, we can talk to them, where before we would not have the capacity on our team to do something like this.
Right. Now, what kind of recruitment, since you mentioned that, recruitment initiatives are underway? What are some of the strategies and ideas and things that your recruiters do when they're going out there?
Sure. So what we're doing right now is we're really trying to go past Alamance County. We're reaching high schools, middle schools, business partners, community events, and we really just are focusing on letting people know that ACC is affordable and it's very flexible and anyone can come to ACC.
Yeah, and now once somebody comes there, and we've heard stories before, not at Alamance, but in other places where they say, well, everybody's real nice to me at first, but they sort of forget about me as I get along. Not so at Alamance Community College. How do you make this work for staying connected, staying engaged? How do you support these students all the way through graduation?
Well, this CRM system helps us do that, and we really try and support every single student and their needs. So with this new system, we can track a student from the first point of entry all the way into graduation. So with that, we can see what kind of supports they need so we can give them personalized resources.
You keep saying systems, and again, I know you're talking over my head with some of this, but in the time we have remaining, just very quickly,
Sure.
How does technology specifically come into making this work? How does that connect?
Right. So now that we have the CRM, we are able to pull data from it. And this data, what it shows is where students maybe need more help. And so if we look at that data, now we can help these students before they fall through the cracks. And that really helps us as a team and as faculty and staff to give the students the support that they need to succeed.
You know, sometimes when we have a first-time visitor to the show, I like to ask a personal question. I won't get too personal. No, I won't be too personal. Yeah, who did you date in high school? No, it won't be that. Here's my question. What personal gratification do you get from doing the work that you're doing with your team, with the students, and being at Alamance Community College? What's the gratification you get?
Well, it's funny you asked that question because I was just thinking about this earlier today. So what we have coming up right now is graduation. And throughout the year, you know, as everyone in any job, you really get bogged down with the day-to-day, and sometimes it's hard to see, you know, why am I here? But on graduation day, when I get to see the students walk across that stage and how proud they are, and I get to see the parents, even the kids sometimes, it really puts into perspective why I do what I do. And I know everyone at ACC feels that way.
That's just great. Up on screen, Alamancecc.edu. That's Alamancecc.edu is the general website, which I hope you'll check out. Lots of portals to take you different places and learn about what's going on at the college. Sarah Barham, thanks for all you're doing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back after this. Hi, I'm Jim Longworth, reminding you that Triad Today also airs on GTN Spectrum Channel 13 and streams on WFMY Plus, free on Roku and Amazon Fire. Back now on Triad Today, and we're about to speak to a first-time visitor to the show who does so much for so many young people throughout the area. You're going to find out why and how. With us right now, Michaela Leak. She's Director of College Access and Admissions for Shift Ed. Good to see you.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
And you particularly focus on sort of helping 12th graders too, right? It's one of your areas too.
Yes.
Now, I understand that Shift Ed offers something called the SEO Scholars Program, and that it's maybe the only one in North Carolina. Tell me about that. What is it?
Absolutely. So SEO Scholars is a free supplemental academic and college success program that supports public high school students starting in the 9th grade through their high school graduation and then through college. So SEO Scholars was originated in New York City about in the 1960s, just as a way of trying to, close that opportunity gap for high achieving but underserved students.
Yeah, and those are such critical ages too, because it used to be that if you had dropouts or people getting disinterested in education, it would usually happen around, 8th, 9th grade or whatever. Now you're catching them and you're nurturing them through there,
Absolutely.
Which I think is great. Now, what's the criteria for participation for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th graders? Any kind of criteria for that?
They have to be a Guilford County High School student. They have to be excited about learning. They have to be motivated, and they have to want to go to college. That's about it.
What makes Michaela? What makes this program so successful? What are some of the things that you think make it successful?
Absolutely. So, for many high school students, especially first generation students, the journey to college can just be really difficult, and so our program really serves the purpose of providing students and families with the guidance to thrive, also the access to the opportunities to just be sure that college is not just a dream, but like we can make it a reality.
Right, and when you talk about that, let's spin off from that for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a specific example. You're talking about guidance,
mm-hmm.
a specific example of something that you do for or with students in the program.
Yeah, so we really truly provide wraparound support for students. So our scholars engage in rigorous academic coursework and test prep and individualized both academic and college advising, mentorship, community service. We take our scholars on college tours, and something that I'm most proud of is probably our summer experience before our students embark on their 12th grade year. So they have the opportunity to engage in an experiential program or a summer enrichment program.
That's
That can
great.
be a pre-college program at a local university or even studying abroad.
You have, I think, the first SEO graduating class coming up. Very quickly, how have you sort of seen them grow?
Oh, it's been an honor to watch them grow, to watch them transform from, young ninth graders to now heading off to college. Our scholars are heading off to some amazing universities in the fall. UNC Greensboro, UNC Chapel Hill. We have a Questbridge scholar who's headed to Davidson College on a full ride. We have a Fidelity scholar who's headed to East Carolina on a full ride.
That's great.
And we even have our first Ivy League acceptance, and our scholars headed off to Columbia University.
How about that? Really something. What do you get from this gratification wise? I mean, I can see in your eyes that you're really involved in this. What does it mean to you?
Well, I was a first-generation college student myself. I know what it's like to have a family who wants the best for you, but doesn't really know where to start. And so it's just an honor to be a part of it and to watch our scholars go off and be great, and then come back to Guilford County and make it better.
Which we want them to do.
Absolutely.
We want them to come back in here. On screen, shifted.org. Shifted.org is the general website where you can find out more about things, including, I'm guessing, on the website they can navigate their way through so that parents, families, students can sort of get more information on the SEO Scholars Program, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, look, I want to tell you how much I appreciate what you're doing for students and families. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after this.
I got free meals. What do you mean? No, seriously, how much did you pay us? I didn't pay anything. I learned how to cook all of these fresh foods that were delivered to my house. Everything in that grocery bag that's fresh, I had a recipe for, and I know how to cook. It encouraged us to eat better, to shop better, make better decisions.
Back now on Triad Today, and I feel like talking about how we can make things beautiful. And we have two beautiful people with us, and you're going to find out what that theme is all about. First guest, the first time she's ever been here with us before, and comes by way of San Francisco and all sorts of great places. We're talking about Nancy, called Andy Zabit. She never goes by Nancy, but I'm calling her that. She's coordinator of Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful. She is the special guest of our good buddy at the end, Pat Pate, City Manager, City of Winston-Salem. Good to see both of you.
Thank you. Good
Pat,
to be here.
let me start with you. What are some ways that the city and residents work together to enhance and maintain the city's appearance? Because that's something we don't talk about a lot.
We don't, but we actually get a lot of folks in the community that really are concerned about appearance and want to make sure that we're a great and welcoming place. And a part of that is making sure that we have a clean environment. So we have our sanitation department that cleans up trash every week. We have our vegetation management that cleans up the right-of-way. We have Keep America Beautiful and our sustainability group that are working on programs to help the communities. But it's vitally important for us as a community to make sure that we have a clean environment. And that takes everybody's efforts to do that. If it's picking up trash in front of your house,
right.
If it's making sure that you're not throwing stuff in the back of your pickup that blows out,
right.
All those things make a difference in keeping our community looking great.
Andy, what's the mission of your department? How would you describe it?
So the mission of Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful is love where you live, keep it clean, keep Winston-Salem beautiful.
When you drive around the city, what do you see with regards to litter? Good, bad, indifferent? Are we doing a good job or what?
Well, litter is a cycle. So studies show that if you see a place that already has litter, you're more likely to litter in that place. So we're really encouraging people to hold on to your trash until you get home. Make sure that if you're driving a truck that you've secured the load. And if you see illegal dumping or anything like that, that you call it into CityLink at 311.
It's important. I think you put in an email to me one day, or maybe Pat did, that this is one of those things that's really important to stay on top of.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, like I said, litter is a cycle, and litter also provides a great breeding ground for mosquitoes in those little pockets of water that collect in it.
Well, now you've got me on board because I hate mosquitoes. Andy, how can folks get involved with improving the city's appearance and making a difference? I know Pat's already alluded to the fact that it takes everybody sort of working together. Are there specific ways that people can do anything?
Yeah, absolutely. So one easy way you can help is that you make sure that the load is secured in your truck before you drive off. But also, if you're taking an afternoon walk, grab a grocery bag, go out and pick up litter. And if you want to do a bigger cleanup, reach out to Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful, and we'll provide you all the supplies that you need for it. Trash bags, gloves, grabbers, vests, snacks, and we'll even help haul off the bag trash that they
Oh, really? Okay. That's great. Now, how can folks learn about any regular cleanup events? Because I know you do things from time to time. How do we find out about those?
Yeah, so you can visit the City of Winston-Salem website, or you can visit us on Facebook, which is Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful, or on Instagram at KWSBNC. And that's where we post all the things that we're doing, including our free plant giveaways.
Pat, I want to sort of turn to you for some final thoughts. And specifically, I'm thinking about the fact that we talk about quality of life a lot on this show, and you've talked a lot before about sustaining and helping existing businesses, about attracting new businesses. So how does all this tie in with your mission of moving us forward economically?
Absolutely, this is a great economic opportunity because everybody wants to live in a great community. And when you drive into a community, that's the first thing you're going to see is what is the appearance of the community? How is it trashy, or does it look well maintained? And the better maintained we are, the more our residents, our businesses, and everybody just enjoys being in that community.
Andy, we didn't rehearse this, but I'm just curious, since it's your first time here on the show, what kind of gratification do you get from doing your job? Because I can see in your eyes it's not something you just pick up a paycheck for and go on. You're invested in this. Why do you like it?
I love my job because I get to work in the community. I love Winston-Salem. It is the best place that I have ever lived. When we decided to have a family, Winston was where we wanted to come back to. I like to see the results. We have some places that we've worked at that were heavily littered, and we've worked in them over a year, and now they don't have as much litter, maybe half of a bag of trash, which is really gratifying, really nice to feel.
I was born in Winston-Salem.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My mom had a big litter. I don't know what that means. It's a different kind of litter. We'll cut that out. Up on screen, cityofws.org, cityofws.org. Please check that out. Lots of good information for you on this topic and many others. And to Andy and Pat, thanks for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
At Sutton Brothers, we're confident we can help you solve your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs.
So confident that we'll fix it or it's free. Our highly trained technicians will diagnose your problem and fix it with either a repair or replacement.
And if we can't fix it, you won't pay the trip fee.
So the next time you have a problem, call us.
We'll make sure you're completely satisfied.
Guaranteed.
Call Sutton Brothers today and be confident things will be done right. Schedule online at suttonbros.com.
Major funding for Triad Today comes from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, making healthcare better for all. The Roundtable is brought to you by Sutton Brothers, locally owned and operated and serving all of your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Back now on Triad Today, just about time for the Roundtable, but a quick shout out to the good folks here at the Kernersville Auto Museum. Come out, you can see everything in here for free, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And boy, these cars all have a rich history, much like the three people next to me. Ogie Overman, the great journalist, and Rosemary Plyman, the great broadcaster. Keith Granberry, he's just a great guy all around. Founder of Helping Hands Consultants. All right, guys. Earlier this week, State Senator Paul Lowe, good guy who's been on the show before from Forsyth County, introduced a bill to legalize the use of medical marijuana. Opponents say that, well, this could lead to recreational use being legal. They're all, there's a lot of opposition to it. Here's a question. Should medical marijuana be legal in North Carolina, and will this pass? Ogie.
I think it's time. 39 states have now legalized medical marijuana. Naturally, we're at the tail end of things, but I think it's time. I think it'll go through this time. Even the Republicans see all the money you can make taxing it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Tax it, right?
Yeah.
And we're already can grow it. We know we can grow it here, so we might as well take advantage of that. I'm not growing it. Don't look at me.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, we're all
heard of it.
We're all going to go with
experienced it, have you done?
Rosemary's backyard in her backyard or something like Keith. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it should, and then I think you also have to look at the laws where you put a lot of people in jail for marijuana as well, and you release
decriminalize it.
Exactly.
We've covered this thing about school vouchers before, but now the General Assembly just allocated another $31 million for private school vouchers to allow students just in Guilford County to attend religious academies. Guys, should religious-based private schools receive taxpayer money at all?
And we wonder why North Carolina public schools are at the bottom of the nation, because they're diverting all this money to private schools, religious schools, charter schools that should be going to public schools.
You don't like it?
I hate it.
Rosemary.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I mean, it's not a religion thing at all. This is just about the public schools. And we have to invest in our public schools with both the dollars and the people.
Yeah, Mr. Granberry.
I think that's just another way to build up charter schools. Let's put the money into the public schools, and especially these communities where these schools are failing. Put the money there.
All right. President Trump wants to bring back firing squads as a way of executing prisoners on death row. You okay with execution by firing squad, Ogie?
Don't even ask, Jim. You know, just another idiotic Trump idea. And he's lost his mind.
It's horrifying. Yeah, I mean, that's
hard to contemplate in this century, Keith.
Yeah, man. That's all. I don't even have words to say. I don't think you should do it. No.
All right. Republicans in Congress, speaking of Mr. Trump, now want taxpayers to spend $400 million to pay for Trump's new ballroom here. Originally, it was $200 million, and it was going to be privately funded. Now they want us to fund it for $400 million. Anybody okay with that, Ogie?
Everything about that is wrong. In so many levels of tearing down the East Wing, just the whole concept of the ballroom itself is wrong.
You want to pay for it, Rosemary?
No, absolutely not. And you know, follow your word. You said private dollars, then private dollars got to pay for it.
Keith?
I think it's up to $1 billion based on not only ballroom but the security around it. So it's up to $1 billion, and I think that private funders should do that.
Last week, North Carolina House Republicans introduced a bill that would allow the state to withhold funding for public schools, local public schools, who fail to remove banned books from elementary school libraries. Technically, these schools are breaking the Parents' Bill of Rights law, so should state funds be withheld if they don't remove the banned books? Ogie?
I'm hoping that the ACLU or somebody will step in and file suit against that. That is just wrong.
It's wrong. It is, yeah. Rosemary.
I just think it's a gross overreaction, right?
Yeah.
To, I mean, there are all kinds of state agencies that get, or places that get state funding, and there are some minor infractions here and there, and you address those. And if that is a problem, you address it, but you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
And they even said one of the penalties could be that they would withhold salaries from the superintendent and executive. Keith?
What constitutes a banned book?
They have 150 books on a list that they don't want elementary schools to have.
Okay. Well, I don't think it should happen. Absolutely. I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible idea.
Well, finally, guys, columnist Leah Dolan, I'm not familiar with her or him, Leah Dolan says the latest trend in plastic surgery is that it's called the Forever 35 face. The Forever 35 face. It means that whatever you do with plastic surgery or fillers or whatever, you always strive to look 35 years old. Guys and gals, what age would you most want to look like all the time? Ogie?
Well, I mean, I was doing pretty good up until about 60.
You like 60?
I looked at old pictures at 60, and I was kind of okay then, but until the jowl started in the chin.
Rosemary, you always look like you're 20 to me.
Thank
but what
you. I was going to say, I hope so. Yeah, no,
what age?
I'm good to keep to age and to look like my age.
Keith, what age do you want to look like?
I mean, I'm so handsome. It just keeps getting better and better, like every year. So
you're not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it.
All right. Well,
they should get my formula, the Granberry formula.
All right.
Bottle it up and sell it.
That's all the time we have. Except for this, scientists in Germany say that to brew a perfect cup of espresso is much like a volcanic eruption. You're telling me, said the guy who drank 3 cups right before a Zoom call. For all, do you like that?
No.
For all of us here on Triad Today, we're all going over to Rosemary's backyard and see why she knows about marijuana's growing. I'm Jim Longworth. We'll see you next week.